Yeah.
Hey guys, it's Happy Conscious Girl here and welcome to my vlog. I'm really excited today. I've been sort of racing to get home to get in front of my computer to do this vlog because something really exciting just happened. Okay, so I can't remember if I've said this already, but I'm doing my HCG protocol through a clinic here in Melbourne, Australia. They're fantastic, and the woman who is coaching me is just a total kindred spirit. She's a very awake person, very conscious and very health conscious, and we just get along really, really well, and it's just so lovely working with her. Anyway, at this clinic they did tests on me before I started the HCG, and they tested things like my muscle quality and the quality of my cells in my body and, you know, my nutrition and everything, and did a whole lot of tests because they wanted to check that I was healthy enough to do the HCG, because it's quite a strong process to put your body through, and that's why, you know, some people around the world have had hair loss and things like that because their bodies weren't very heavily mineralized. They hadn't been eating healthy food, they hadn't done cleanses, they hadn't looked after themselves in the lead up. So when you do the HCG, your body can get a bit of a battering. So I've been very lucky that I'm very health conscious anyway. It has never helped my body weight, but it has helped my general health. And so over the last year I've been eating a lot of superfoods, a lot of raw foods, you know, green smoothies every morning, as much organic vegetables as I can, good quality proteins like hemp and, you know, quinoa and eggs and stuff like that. And I also did a cleanse for a month in January, which was amazing, and I'll tell you about in another vlog. But anyway, as a result of that, before I started HCG, when they did my tests, they showed that my cells were in a good condition. But it showed that my muscle was not very high and my muscle was not a very good quality, which has pretty much always been the case for me. I've never been a person who could easily put on muscle or anything. Oh, I'm going to take this off, I'm a bit hot. Anyway, they also measured my body fat percentage, my BMI, my weight, and all that stuff. And today I just went back and got the test done again 2 weeks later, and I'm today on VLCD12, low calorie day 12. So I last got the test done the day before I started the loading. So since seeing her, I've done 2 days of loading and 12 days of VLCD with injections. And I just didn't know what to expect. I mean, I knew what my weight was because I weigh myself every day and I take my measurements every day. So I knew what had changed in my body, but I didn't know if the internal stuff would reflect that in terms of body fat changing and all that sort of stuff. BMI and muscle and everything. And I wanted to check that my muscle wasn't going down, because pretty much every diet I've ever done in my life, when you think you're losing weight, you're not actually losing fat, you're using normal fat. So using your face gets very thin and your breasts go down, you know. And also I've always lost a lot of muscle when I've done fasting or cleanses or, you know, low fat or low calorie or low carb diets. So I was really interested to see what the test would show. Anyway, drum roll. But basically the tests were unbelievable. Firstly, when I walked in, she just was totally shocked to see how I looked, because I actually am already starting to look quite different after 2 weeks. Even in this video you can probably see, I don't know, even from 3 days ago maybe. I didn't do a vlog on day 1. I wish I had, because my face was pudgier. But I will do a vlog where I'll show you the before pictures and you'll see the difference, because it's quite amazing. But my clothes are starting to look looser now, and so it's really starting to be a bit obvious to myself when I look in the mirror and to friends. So she got a big shock when she saw me. And then when I went on the scales and she saw that I had lost, how much is it? It is 6.7 kilograms from the first day after the loading from VLCD1, which is 14.8 pounds. So in the first 11 days of the VLCD. So that's pretty amazing. And my body fat had also gone down dramatically. Here's the test results. My body fat composition had gone down from 30.03 kilograms of fat on my body to 26.19 kilograms of fat on my body, so that was amazing. Percentage of total weight, my body fat percentage was 38.65, and now it's 35.64, so it's gone down 3% since she last tested me 2 weeks ago. So she was stunned at that. She actually said to me she's never seen results like this before. She's never seen anyone lose this much weight in the first 2 weeks of the HCG. She's never seen anyone lose this much body fat, and she just couldn't believe it. Anyway, that was just totally surprised me. And the other thing that was stunning in these tests was the muscle. Because when she tested me the first time, I tested as average. I don't know if you can see it. It's a bit vague on this. But if you looked closely, you'd see that my muscle tested as average. Because, as I say, I've been vegetarian since I was 12. I did start eating fish in my early 30s because I was doing a low-carb diet and you needed to eat more protein. So I learnt to eat fish. But I've really only ever eaten it once a week at restaurants. So what I cook at home is usually, well, it used to be always tofu, but I don't eat that anymore because I realise it's not good for me. But I used to eat lots of tofu. I've replaced that with quinoa. I always eat eggs. I eat hemp seed. I eat lots of vegetarian proteins always. But I had a long period of chronic pain in my 20s where I couldn't exercise and I was unable to build up muscle, and also all my muscle just wasted away because I spent a number of years in bed unable to walk. Anyway, I'll talk about that in another vlog because that's not really relevant to today. The point is, when I started 2 weeks ago, my muscle was average. Anyway, today, when she tested it, my muscle quality was above average. So my muscle quality has improved just from this 2 weeks. Now that was amazing. The other thing is the amount of muscle that I had on the first test was 23.95 kilograms of muscle. And now it's gone up and I've got 24.52 kilograms of muscle. So my percentage of muscle has gone up from 30.82% to 33.36%. So basically my fat has gone down, my muscle has gone up. And she nearly fainted because she's just never seen that before with someone doing HCG. The thing she loves about HCG is your muscle does not go down because as I said, on normal diets you waste away all your muscles. And she knew that the HCG wouldn't waste away my muscles, but she was expecting them to just stay the same. And so we just sat there completely stunned that my muscle had gone up. And we realised why. It's because I'm doing this protocol without meat because I'm vegetarian, but I am eating fish because I do eat fish. But I'm eating fish twice a day at the moment for the protocol. I'm having fish for my lunch, I'm having fish for my dinner. Sometimes I have prawns or crab. Well, I haven't had lobster yet, but I could. And other times I have a white fish, flounder, a flathead, or rockling, or, whatever, whiting, or what's my favourite one? Snapper. But the point is, I've eaten more fish in this 2 weeks than I've probably eaten in the last 2 years. Because I normally only eat it once a week, once a fortnight if I go to a restaurant, because I don't cook it. And now I'm eating it twice a day. And the thing is that's funny about it is that I've been just loving the fish. Like, most people go on HCG and they're like, oh God, this food's so boring. But for me, I normally eat very plain healthy food. So I normally would have for dinner like some quinoa cooked in a bit of garlic and then steamed vegetables. That's like a classic dinner for me. Or a big power salad with like, some tofu or something. So I'm used to eating really plain food. So the plainness of this diet is no different for me. The difference is I'm eating fish instead of, tempeh or tofu or eggs or quinoa or hemp seed. And I'm eating way more protein than usual. And anyway, so I've been eating this fish, cooking this fish and eating it. And I kept telling my boyfriend, oh my God, this fish is so nice. And I thought it was because I was cooking it with spices and vegetable broth and I'd found new ways to cook. But no, that's not why. The reason the fish tastes so nice is because my body was desperately wanting the protein. And I don't know about you guys, but when you actually cleanse your system, you do some deep cleanses and you stop eating sugar and junk food, which I did earlier in the year, you get to a point where you actually start to know when your body likes a food and when it doesn't. Because when your body is cleansed and you eat a food that your body needs, it tastes extra nice to you. And when you've had enough and your body doesn't need that nutrient anymore, the food starts to lose its taste. And I've seen that over the last few months since I did the cleanse earlier in the year, and just from eating such a clean diet for the past 12 months. I've stopped all the sugar cravings and everything, so really I'm now feeling when my body actually wants food and when it doesn't. And that explains why the fish was tasting so incredibly good, because my body was obviously yearning for the protein. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you guys because it's pretty amazing results from 2 weeks of HCG. So any of you who are vegetarian or vegetarian or pescatarian and don't eat meat and are worried about doing this protocol just with fish, it's fine as long as you vary the fish, the types of fish. I'm also eating eggs once every 4 days. And, you definitely don't lose muscle on this diet. That's the absolute bottom line. And in my case, I've put on muscle because I'm eating way more protein than usual. And it may be true for many of you that you're eating more protein, more meat or more fish than you normally do. So it'd be interesting for everyone else to get their muscle tested. I also just wanted to share with you that she actually told me that these are the best results she's ever seen from anyone who's ever done the program. And that kind of surprised me because, you know, I've never done well on any body test in my life. I mean, I've been a sort of ill, overweight, chronic pain person most of my life. And, you know, every test I ever got showed me that, oh, you've got a low metabolism, or oh, your vitamin D is not high enough, or oh, your omega-3 is not high enough, or oh, you got too much estrogen, not enough progesterone, blah, 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 blah. Every test I've ever had for my body, I've been like bottom of the class. Until the last 12 months when I've done all this work on my nutrition and my superfoods and raw foods and high quality foods really packed with nutrition, and then doing this cleanse that I did. The other thing that she showed me was my cellular fluid balance, which basically is like how healthy your cells are. So instead of your cell being like a shriveled raisin, sultana, your cell should be like a moist round grape. And when she first tested me, she said my cell was actually at excellent, which she doesn't see very often. And I was like, really? I don't normally get good scores on the tests for my body. But it was because I'd just done the cleanse and I'd spent the last 12 months eating healthy food. And she was like, okay, well, your body's in a good condition. You should be able to do well on this HCG because your body's full of nutrition. And that helps. As I said, if you don't have a highly nutritionalized, mineralized body and you go on HCG, you could have some problems. So I suggest strongly to everyone, you know, if you haven't started HCG yet, take some time to eat some healthy stuff for a few months. You can do a cleanse, do some detoxes, get your body really, really strong, and then you'll have the results that I'm having, because I'm having these results because I've already made sure my body was in a good state. Anyway, the bizarrest bit is she got the cell fluid thing back, and this is almost embarrassing because I've never done well on a body test before, but she said that my results have gone above excellent, and she's actually never seen anyone with such a high score. So I'm like, I'm having to change my whole self-image at the moment, because I've always thought of myself as a sickly person or a chronic pain person or a fat person, and, you know, I've done so much to resolve being sick. I've done so much to resolve being in chronic pain. Now I'm totally healthy. I don't have any back pain anymore. And now the last piece of it is resolving the body fat. And, you know, a month from now, I'm going to be a person who's healthy, pain-free, and slim. And that's a lot to take in. You know, this test for me is a lot to take in. Like, I've got above average muscle. You know, I've got almost normal fat levels and almost a normal BMI now. By the end of HCG, I'll have normal everything. I'll have normal, good test results. And for me, that is like, if you told me this a few years ago, I would have said I'm as likely to fly to Mars in a balloon as to have really good above average scores on a test for my body, for my health. So for me, that affirms all the work I've done over the last many, many, many years, not just in the areas of nutrition, but in the areas of emotional clearing and setting intentions and affirmations and gratitude and all the stuff I've been doing in the lead up to this HCG and all the stuff I'm doing at the moment. And I'm going to make another vlog right now because I think this one's getting a bit long. And I'm going to tell you all the other stuff that I've been doing in the lead up to HCG and in the first 2 weeks of HCG that's helping me get these unbelievable numbers that I've been getting, you know, huge fat loss, huge reduction in BMI, you know, rising muscle, great cell scores on my cells. And I really honestly believe it's because of everything I've done in the lead up to HCG and the extra things I've added in the last 2 weeks, which are not to do with the physical. They're to do with getting my body really ready on an emotional level, a mental level, and a spiritual level, as well as just with the food and the physical stuff. Because you have to nail this stuff on all levels for it to really work. And I really believe you have to nail this stuff on all levels of your being if this weight loss is going to hold. And so I think I'm going to make another vlog now, letting you know a bit of the other side of the non-physical side, the emotional stuff, the setting of intentions, the visioning, all the other stuff I've been doing. Because the fact that I've got such amazing results today really shows me that that stuff has been working. And I'm sure some of you will find it helpful. So I'll do another vlog in a minute. Until then, have a beautiful week and I'll see you soon. Bye.